Hello and welcome. I'm Patrick from Living Free, and I would like to welcome you to this new video in which we'll see together what is happening within the Meta Utopia project and what will be the fundamental basis of Phase 2 in which we are entering in these days. First of all, I ask you to take note of the disclaimer, because it is very important, and now let's start to see what is going on in our project. So let's talk about the Meta Utopia project and what will be the most important things when we talk about the metaverse, something that Bloomberg has estimated to be an $800 billion market in 2024. A market therefore in very strong expansion. A market that important newspapers, just like Bloomberg, value $800 million in less than 2 years. But the incredible thing is that it is estimated to become by 2030 a $13 trillion market. That's $13,000 billion. We are talking about a frightening figure, a figure that if the market was already operational today, we would be talking about the third world's economy after the USA and China. But above all, we are talking about a business that is starting today. So today this value is almost close to zero, and in just over 7 years it will become a value equal to the third world's economy. So, mostly for this reason, many important companies have already invested in the metaverse and are doing it every day. Here is an important distinction to be made: which ones are the centralized metaverses and which ones are the decentralized ones. The centralized ones, we see them in this slide on the left, are those that are led by a company. First of all, Meta. You see the symbol just to the left, which has hired 10,000 programmers to build its own metaverse and even changed its entire logo and brand to Meta. Something similar has been done by Microsoft, Apple, rather than gaming platforms like Minecraft or Roblox, Epic Games, in short, companies of enormous global importance. On the other hand, the decentralized metaverses, therefore the ones managed by decentralized organizations, where at the head of these organizations there is no property but the organization itself is the owner of the metaverse. The first of all these decentralized metaverses is Sandbox. Sandbox today is also the #1 platform, followed by Decentraland rather than Axie Infinity. They are all decentralized metaverses where whoever is part of the metaverse owns the metaverse itself, so there are no intermediaries. But what are the main things inside the metaverse? One main item are NFTs. The most famous and expensive NFT is that of people's everydays, which was paid a monstrous sum of $69.3 million. It is an NFT consisting of 5,000 images from the first 5,000 days of this television series. But NFTs can really be a lot of things. We have seen one now, but for example there are other very important NFTs, very well known, such as the series of CryptoPunk, where the alien-style punk, the one with the blue bandana, was sold for the figure of $23 million this February. So we talk about really incredible figures. Another important NFT is the Bored Apes, where we see, for example, these monkeys with different clothes, different expressions, and they have also been sold and quoted for truly exorbitant amounts. Hence, NFTs are increasingly a growing market. And the incredible thing, the important thing, is that, inside the sandbox, we can create ourselves our own Bored Ape and then use it in our metaverse and have all the advantages that can then derive from it. Sandbox. Why Sandbox? Think that it already boasts over 40 million downloads and over 1 million active users every month. It is a community-centric metaverse built on the Ethereum blockchain, one of the most well-known cryptocurrencies in the world. In this metaverse, think that SoftBank, one of the most important world banks, has invested $43 million. Along with it, there are many other companies that have invested in it too. In particular, we are talking about other banks such as DBS, Union Bank, HSBC, which is the most important British investment bank. So many banks are entering the metaverse, and this is perhaps the first reason that must make us think that the world is going in this direction. But there are also many celebrities such as Snoop Dogg, Paris Hilton, or television series such as Hell's Kitchen, or, not mentioned here, even the Smurfs, or very important fashion brands such as Adidas, Gucci that have created fashion lines to be sold only in the metaverse. And finally what? Finally, there are also exclusive NFTs that have values that are truly out of the ordinary. This first NFT mega yacht in the metaverse, which is called Metaflower, was sold for the sum of $650,000, so we are talking about really crazy figures. Another famous example is the one of Snoop Dogg, who sold 1,000 NFTs for $5,200 each for his private party in the Sandbox. So if I wanted to go to Snoop Dogg's party, I would have needed that NFT, which costed $5,200. But even much simpler things, such as a treehouse turned into NFT, was sold for $9,500. So there is a truly incredible world, a world that Meta Utopia wanted to enter. And Meta Utopia is the project born from the idea of Thomas More who, as we said in the previous videos, wanted to imagine a perfect world, therefore a country that was made up of 54 cities, all guided by a city owner, 9 ministers, and 300 families. This is the logic of Meta Utopia, and as mentioned before, we have already talked about it in the previous videos that I invite you to go and watch in our channel. Now let's take a closer look at what we are going to do in our ecosystem. Why? Because in our ecosystem, thanks to the Meta Passport that we can mint, that we can create when we become citizens of Meta Utopia, we have the possibility to interact within this ecosystem, therefore the possibility to vote, the possibility of mining, stacking, and the possibility of doing charity rather than many other beautiful things. In addition, the possibility to access the minting of NFT blocks. Each of the 54 cities will have its own play to earn. There will be tokens from each city that I will be able to create and have further advantages. In addition to being able to buy, create, manage, sell, and do anything with all the NFTs that will be created within this ecosystem. So the 54 cities are already there. The Meta Passport already exists. Just activate it. After that, thanks to these two combinations, I already begin to have a basic functional metaverse today. The capital Amaurot and its 54 cities are all already present on the Sandbox. 54 different play-to-earn experiences. It means that I can become a citizen and I can have the opportunity to move within all these parallel worlds, all included in the Sandbox, and in each of these worlds I can go and do business as I see fit. So maximum freedom and above all, well, today we are entering phase 2 and we are opening the world to the first token of all those who will be the tokens of the various cities. The token of our capital. It will be called AMA, and it is based on what is the most beautiful ratio in the world, that is the golden ratio, which is the number 1.618. This number is very famous and has been used by painters, sculptors, scientists throughout history, and it is also the number on which the AMA token is based. In fact, it will have a total supply of 1,618,000 pieces, a mining production reduced to 1,618% per month, which indicates that it will take almost 10 years to mine all the tokens, and from this we can understand the longevity of this magnificent project, and it will be done through the proof of stake. We also have the first NFTs that will be created. The first is the Guardians of Amaurot with a total supply of only 1,000 pieces. I therefore invite you to evaluate the purchase with the utmost urgency as soon as they will be available. Where is all of that going to happen? On Binance, which is by far the most important exchange in the world and has decided to give the chance to buy and sell the Guardians of Amaurot right on their platform. Thanks to these NFTs, we will have the possibility to participate in monthly meetings with the city owners, with the members of the DAO, the senators, and the ministers to discuss the decisions of the various cities. We will have access to the NFT airdrops, and there will be other advantages, including the ability to navigate within the entire Sandbox metaverse. After that, there will be the NFTs of the capital, and they have been divided into 6 categories, from the common to the legendary. As you can see, Each NFT has its purchase value in dollars and a fixed reward percentage ranging from 150% to 300%. To give an example, if I buy a common NFT, today I pay 300 USDT and in a year I will have 450. If I buy a legendary NFT today, I pay 10,000 USDT and in 12 months I will have 30,000. In addition, based on the NFT that I go to buy, I will be given community rewards because my network will also buy NFTs and I will also have different earning opportunities on the network. Here you can see another lineup linked to the community that we will very gladly explore in a face-to-face meeting if you want to have more details on the great opportunity of Meta Utopia. Let's move on to see the first NFTs. Let's start from the first one, the common one, which are the bistros and restaurants in which you have a 150% reward. Then let's move on to the petrol station that, while traveling in the world of Meta Utopia and recharging your vehicle, you receive fuel coupons to use in the real world. So it is all closely linked to real life, even if at this moment we are still under construction and the details have not yet been defined, but we will have them as soon as the DAO has put them in black and white in the smart contract. However, everything we can do in the metaverse will have a match in the real world. Something really extraordinary. To continue, we pass to the NFT rares such as the Ferris wheel, rather than the shopping center. For the epics there are skyscrapers with a 250% reward, also created to meet the needs of professionals who want to be successful and who really want to create their business in the metaverse. Finally, we have the legendary NFT, which is the airport that gives me the opportunity to travel within the entire metaverse and have a ticket for each different destination. This NFT even gives me a reward of 300%. So we are talking about 6 different NFTs. The advice we give you is to buy them all, also because in the future it will be given to collectors, owners of all NFTs, a further opportunity to have another special NFT about which we still know nothing except that it will give us further advantages. Now let's see a concrete example. If I decide to get the Ferris wheel, it has a value of 1,000 USDT and a certain reward of 2 times its value no matter what. Yep, always, because even if the value of the token can vary over time due to the market, what I'm given daily is equal to the value in dollars. So at the end of the time it will take, I will have gained exactly a 2x. It will take a year as predicted, very well. It will take 6 months because the token value has gone up, fantastic. It will take 2 years because eventually the value of the token has dropped, fantastic all the same. So, I know I have an NFT whose guaranteed value is 2x, the only variable that remains is time. Approximately the time is 12 months, however it could be less if, as we imagine it to be, the token will increase in value, just as it could be more if the token, as we do not imagine it to be, should go down. So what is the difference between normal tokens, like our land in the first part of our project, which is still active though, and NFT tokens? When the price goes up with classic tokens, we are all happy. But with NFT tokens, I am happy in any case as the rewards are unrelated to the market value of the token and are dictated only by their dollar value, and therefore, I repeat, the only variable involved is the time it will take to get that predetermined result. In addition, NFT tokens also have value on secondary markets, and I can use them to have business splits from which I can get even more income. Something brilliant and extraordinary. We no longer rely on the price variations that the tokens can have due to the market, but we rely on an estimated value, which is in any case converted into dollars, and therefore the only variable to obtain the result is the time. I will get to that result, I will reach that goal. The only difference is that I can have it in a few months, in a year as we more or less think it is, or possibly even in a longer time, but I know that I will get that result. So let's think about collecting these NFTs that are the future of our lives. Let's distinguish them and take at least one for each category because, as mentioned before, having them all will give us further advantages. We have seen together that we will start with the Guardians of Amaurot in the next few days, and in a very short time, like a few weeks, the first NFTs of the city of Amaurot, such as the Ferris wheel, the airport, etc., which have already been pre-sold for the citizens of Meta Utopia. So it's really worth getting into this project right now because of its huge, huge potential. This was a short, concise video, I know. For anyone who wants to learn more, we are available for you guys. At the end of the video you will find all the links you may need to get in touch with us and get more detailed information. From myself and for all of Living Free, it was a pleasure. See you soon in Meta Utopia and have a great day.